Samaran, guys. Look, I don't know if I look as bad as I feel, because I feel horrible. I'm sick. I've got flu. But even though Ngula Muntu has been zularing around the Eastern Cape, now I'm back in Joburg, so I thought I should record something. Um, I've been lost in uh, following and tracking what's been happening around the story about the Dalai Lama. So, for those that don't know, there was a video circulating uh, regarding the Dalai Lama. Was with a child at some conference or some talk, whatever, and was talking to this child and then tried to get a kiss from this little boy. And then there's a part where he was like, he stuck out his tongue and then he said that the boy must suck his tongue. Look, there's been other messages or stories or I'd, there's been other the explanations saying Guti, yeah, there we go, that's a good one. Explanations that he was just teasing and trying to be funny or trying to make fun, or whatever the case may be. And that's what he always does. And for me, that's on top of what he did on camera. The fact that he always plays around like that is another huge red flag, So not only has this guy been going around being inappropriate, in my opinion, with little kids, little boys, uh, it's also known that that's what he does. That's what he's tried to do, trying to kiss, hold, get them to lick his tongue. Like asking a child to lick your tongue and what, like, I'm not doing this video to be a social commentator, but this video had me as sick as I am, having a sit down with my three little boys, and you know, it's one thing to prepare your boys on how to behave when a total stranger is touching them inappropriately, or if a total stranger is sexually violating them. But how do you teach your kids to move, and how can they act when it's someone that they know or someone in a position of power? So if they're a class teacher, if they're a uncle, if they're driver, guardian, bodyguard, whatever is in a position of power, or someone that they are meant to trust, if they find themselves in a space that is very very uncomfortable, and if that person is making them do something that is sexual or something that they might not understand, how do you prepare our kids? Because it's one thing just to talk about it that one time, because it's Dalai Lama and he's trending, but what happens? The Catholic Church is notorious for this. The Dalai Lama is a spiritual leader for millions of people. The Tibetan people, or the Tibetan Buddhists in China and in India. But again, what happens if it's your preacher or your pastor or your religious leader doing that to your child? How is your child to react? How are you to react? um, my boys know Uguti from my side, at least, that dad is willing to spend the rest of his life in prison should any person attack sexually or whatever the case may be my kids like that, because they are number one in my life, and I will happily deal with whatever the consequences and repercussions are, um, should someone violate and abuse my kids in any disgusting form, but more than that, I don't want to be reactive. I need my kids to be proactive in a space like that and say, I'm glad for that kid. Well, up until where we saw, because he got cut, but it looked like the kid wasn't about that life. It looked like the kid wasn't about trying to kiss the Dalai Lama or trying to suck on his tongue, so fuck, well done, little boy, you're amazing. Many would not be so strong. Many adults in a situation like that would have been sucking that tongue, you know, um, because again, there's a power dynamic at play, and there's an awkwardness of not knowing how to move in a space like that. But anyway, guys, this whole video was just awareness. You know, a lot of us have kids, have nephews, have nieces. A lot of us, there's young kids in our care that we are meant to look after and protect. And when spiritual leaders are doing that, and the justification is that he's teasing, I think that there's thousands and thousands of pedophiles that will do the same and use the same justification. You know, this guy's doing it on camera. He's known to be doing it because they're saying that he teases like that. Let's have conversations with our kids. Let's have conversations with if you're a teacher and you teach little kids in the classroom, have conversations with them, obviously with the parents and the school's consent. Let's protect our kids a lot better. You know, the Dalai Lama, in my humble opinion, can't get away with this. You know, this is disgusting. This is a wrong thing to show the world. And if there are no repercussions for this, then what is it that we are saying about certain people in power? And what is it that we are saying about us protecting our kids? You know, every action has to have repercussions and consequences, and I think that this is a prime example to show the world, Uguti, we really do care about our kids and we put them first. And even if you are a person in power and you did do a mistake, or if it is a genuine mistake, but there still are consequences and repercussions for your actions. My kids, I teach them in a case like that you knock that motherfucker out. You know, as he sticks out his tongue, I don't care what it is, you throw that right. You know, you make sure, and then you run away, and then you come and you tell dad, and then dad will take over from there. You know, so that's just me. Tell me what you would do. Guide me if you see what I'm saying is wrong. If you know more about this Dalai Lama situation, please just send comments in there. Let's share this video. Let's make sure that we teach our brothers and sisters around things like that. Anyway, guys, let me go have some meds and then catch a couple of Z's. Cheers.